Hello everybody, this is Steve, your everyday guy here, and on today's video we're going to be talking about how I secure my boat to my trailer. One of the things though is that if you haven't checked out my trailer video, I recommend you go ahead and do that. I'll link that down below, so make sure and check that out. And before we get started, one of the other things I wanted to tell you about is that before I secure my boat to my trailer, I do let some air out if I've been out boating. If I'm getting ready to head out to the water, I air it up to maybe almost just shy of 2 pounds. That way I can press into it, and what that does is as I cinch those straps down, it enables the boat to really dig into the bunks, which prevents it from moving. And so let's watch this intro and then we'll head into how I strap down my boat. Before we get started, I thought we'd take a look at the trailer. You can see I've got 2 sets of bunks. One supports the flooring right at the inside of the tubes, and the other one actually supports the tubes. It just kind of fits right inside there. And you can see how one is slightly shorter. Those inner ones run the entire length of the boat itself. And you can see it's nice and wide, and I've got the brackets on the back, and then I've got the winch post at the front. Now on the back here, you can see I've got my transducer mounted right there. I've found that works the best way for me. You don't have to worry about any rooster tails. Now back to how I secure my boat to my trailer. You can see I've got an anchor point on my transom. I did install that. Check out my video if you don't have those. So I secure my transom to the base there. And what that does is this transom is not going to move. I can completely deflate my boat, which I've done several times, leave the motor on there, and it still stays secure. And part of that's due to the fact that I also have a transom saver. And what that does is that just means that I've got extra point of protection. Now in this boat, I could have it straight down, but one of the things I like is it prevents my motor from rocking back and forth. You can see as I shake this, it is not moving back and forth at all. So the next thing I do is I've got 2 straps. Now these 2 straps, they're redundant and purely for safety purposes, because actually I believe each of these straps could support the boat just having that on there, but I'm definitely not going to try that out. The first one is, you can see I have an anchor point there and one on the other side, and this just goes right over the top. I'm using 2 because I didn't have one that was long enough, so that's why you see 2. You can do it with 1 if you have one that's long enough. The next one is this here, and the way this one works is I've got it on the handle going under. That way it's a stress point and can hold it, but then you can see it goes right under my 2 bunks and connects on the other side. And then the last point I have is my winch. So you can see I've got my winch and I've got it hooked right there. Just so you can see, that is where my bunks end. I do have, I think these are 12-foot bunk or 12-foot boards. Yeah, that's what I did. About 2 12-foot for each side, and then a 6-foot on each side. Now back to the way I've got it secured. The winch and those 2 anchor points in the back could probably keep the boat strapped safely by itself. But I'm of the opinion if one of them fails, I don't want to lose my boat, or worse, cause injury or damage to another vehicle. So then I've also got 2 ones I've got that are redundant. I've got this one, and I've got that one. And I think each of those could probably hold the boat by itself, but I'm not going to rely on that. That's kind of just a fail-safe. And so on the other side, you can see how they attach the other side, and that is how I secure them to my boat. I really hope you all have enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave those down below. It really helps out the algorithm. And I really want to thank you all for the time you took to watch the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for the next one. Until next time, this is Steve, your everyday guy.